Deadline day is over. Chelsea is screwed. We got Jadon Sancho from Manchester United. How that deal happened, I really don't know. Why the deal happened, I'm still flabbergasted. What exactly do we need Jadon Sancho for? We are so stacked on the wings. We spent 280 million pounds and we still don't have a recognized striker, a top striker, a quality striker. I mean, what was the point of the whole transfer window if we still couldn't buy a striker? We bought about 3, 4 wingers. We couldn't even buy a central defender. Tosi came in on the free, so technically he doesn't count. I mean, did we just spend a lot of money and we still look as weak as we were last season? We had some good buys. Pedro Neto is a good buy. João Felix, a good buy. But let's not forget, we were actually not even going for João Felix. We're going for Moro Dion, which I thought was a very bad idea at the price he was being touted at. And we ended up going for João Felix. We ended up going for Pedro Neto. And we seem to have lost track of what exactly we needed in terms of getting a striker, or even getting that defender that we much needed. Because to be honest, the likes of Colwill, the likes of Disasi, Badiashile, Fofana, these guys don't cut it. Come on, how many top teams in Europe will have these guys as their central defensive option? Honestly, it's quite bad. This is just reminisce of last season when we spent a whole lot of money on central defensive midfielders. I mean, we got Lavia, we got Caicedo, we got Ugochukwu, we got Enzo Fernandez. At some point, I was wondering, none of these guys are goal scorers. Why are we stacking up the central defense, the midfield? Our approach to transfers have been so scattergun and it's quite disappointing. I really don't know who is in charge of this transfers because it's so clear that it's actually not a football person. We're talking about saving costs in terms of weekly wages when we are getting rid of Raheem Sterling and we're getting in another player, you know, probably not really on the same wage, but also on a high wage. I really don't know what we're doing. I don't think any Chelsea fan will be so happy. Yeah, I watched some couple of YouTube content creators, Chelsea fans, talking about how happy they are getting Sancho, but it's mind-boggling. What did we, if we were going to get Sancho, then we didn't need to get Pedro Neto. If we're going to get Sancho, then probably we should have loaned out Modric. If we're going to get Sancho, what's the difference between Sancho and Raheem Sterling? I really don't see much. Sancho has not been able to cut it in England. Yeah, he did well in Dortmund. Come on, that's Germany. Yeah, everybody does well in Germany. Um, yeah, I'm quite disappointed. I'm quite disappointed. You can hear that in my voice because just looking at our past matches, even the preseason, you can tell clearly that our defense, needs a quality, very quality player. You can also tell that we need that quality goal scorer. We can't depend on Cole Palmer all through the season again. Noni Madueke looks like it's coming up, but it could just be a flash in the pan. We still need to be patient with a lot of these players. But while we're being patient, we need quality to lift up these players. And really, that strike position was one that I think we could have gone for. I really don't know why we wasted so much time trying to get Osimhen. We had all all through the break, all through the time the window was open, and we still couldn't get it done. We couldn't get it done on loan. We couldn't get it done on a permanent. And the fee that Napoli were asking for was way, 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 uh, way below the price or way below the release clause. And this is a player that they didn't want. So I think that would have made the deal very, very easy. Look how fast Arsenal was able to snap Raheem Sterling from us. Look how fast the likes of Chalobah had to leave because they know we didn't want this player, so it is easy for other teams to get them. So why couldn't we do the same for Osimhen? It's mind-boggling. But hey, we have to make do with what we have. Yeah, I'll give a rundown of the Chelsea transfer window. On deadline day, we loaned out Chalobah. Chalobah went on loan to Crystal Palace. No obligation to buy, just a straight out loan, and he'll be returning probably at the end of the season, which I think is the right move. Give Chalobah a second chance because we're so much interested in selling him for some reason. I really don't know why. Broja, like I reported yesterday, Broja has moved to Ipswich. Didn't go through, and yeah, everything came to bail us out. But again, another loan for Broja, and I don't know. I've never really rated Broja, even when he was in Southampton. I thought he was a little bit overrated, not Chelsea quality. But hey, we've been getting a lot of players recently that are just mediocre, not really the kind of players we want at Chelsea. And we're getting used to having average players, and it's quite scary right now. We loaded with a lot of players, but how many can we really say are quality players from the defense to the wings? To the midfield, to the strike position. Come on, man. Most of these players can't even lace up boots of players in Man City or even Arsenal, But since it's the direction we're going, hey, what can we do but to support them either way? Yeah, Raheem Sterling, that was the big news yesterday. He got his loan moved to Arsenal. I was quite hoping it would be a permanent transfer, but I think there wasn't really much time to pull that off. So he had to go on loan to Arsenal, which I think is a good move for Raheem Sterling. Chelsea will still be paying maybe some of his wages. I don't know, but I doubt Arsenal will be taking care of the entire £350,000 a week wage. So Arsenal have a quality player. They have a player that can come off the bench and, do some magic for them. And don't forget, Arsenal will be fighting once again with Man City for the league title. And Sterling could be just that. Sterling could be that tipping point, to where the title falls. In some other news, yeah, I reported Petrovic went out on loan to Strasbourg yesterday. I really don't know if we got Kepa out the door. I need to check on that. But from what it seems, I think Kepa is still a Chelsea player. Chilwell wasn't able to go out. Chilwell is still a Chelsea player. The likes of Kani Chukwuemeka couldn't get a deal. Really, I don't know how we're going to, reintegrate these players back in the team. I think Enzo has said a lot of things that probably he should have just kept to himself, like speaking about players who were not part of his plans, and if they don't go out the door, there is no way they are going to play for him. I mean, there's no bad blood between you and these guys. You just came in, you met them on ground. I mean, hey, you don't want to use them, keep it to yourself. And probably if we have a couple of injuries, they may actually do well for you, but already you've created that gap between you and them. And I don't think it's the way for any coach that really wants to do well to go. We didn't get any left back. I think you're talking about Chilwell not being part of your plans, but you only have Cucurella as a recognized left back. To me, Renato Vega, he plays more like a midfielder. If you ask me, he's well built or built like a midfielder, not like a speedy left back or winger. So I only really have Cucurella to count on, and you already wrote Chilwell off, and I don't think it's the way to go. And if you really wanted, Chilwell out the door, probably you would have gotten another left back to put pressure on Cucurella, because I don't think Renato Sanchez or Renato Vega is going to do that. The goalkeeping situation, I don't think we're even better off than we were last season. We got Jorgensen, but it's very clear that Sanchez is still going to be the number one. How Sanchez was able to retain that number one spot beats me, honestly. We spent about 70 million pounds a few years ago for Kepa. And one of the reasons we got Kepa was because he was very good with his feet. And now we're looking for goalkeepers that are good with their feet, and we don't seem to want to give Kepa that opportunity because he's way better with his feet than the goalkeepers we have. So a lot of our policies, a lot of our dealings, it's quite strange. It's very, very quite strange to me. I really don't know what we're doing. I don't know who is in charge of this, whether it's the sporting directors, a couple of the owners, honestly. But all I know is if the coach approves of some of these dealings, then he really doesn't also know what he's doing, because this is grade one scattergun approach. Nobody can put a finger on what Chelsea is trying to do. Once again, we stacked on the wings, we stacked in midfield, we stacked in the goalkeeping position. The defense is poor. We really have a couple of players that we look up to bail us out every now and then. And yeah, so we've played 2 matches in the season already. We lost against Man City and we won convincingly against Wolves. But once again, we lost against Everett in the UEFA Conference League. And it's not a match we're supposed to be losing, but hey, I think that shows where we are right now. So what will Jadon Sancho bring to the table? Hopefully, he does well for us. So we're going to have players like Madueke on the left and on the right rather, and I don't know, Pedro Neto, Modric, and Sancho have to battle it out for the right wing position. And Magui probably, with Nkunku can also play as a striker, and Nicholas Jackson also battle it out of the strike position. And maybe in the 10, we have João Felix, Nkunku also, and Cole Palmer, for that position. But hey, yeah, hopefully, we get some good news on Sunday when Chelsea take on, can't remember who they're playing currently, yeah, but hopefully we get some good news on Sunday and Chelsea wins their next match. Some other transfers of note, Manchester United managed to get, I don't want to say get rid because he's a very good player, McTominay. McTominay bailed them out a lot last season. I really don't know why they're getting rid of him, but he was off to Napoli, I think a £25 million deal to Napoli. Lukaku went to Napoli, so Napoli is stuck with Lukaku and Osimhen, but I think Osimhen might take the money and go to Saudi Arabia, which I think is a very bad move for him at 24, but they offer him quite a lot of money, and yeah, I think he'll be doing that. We're not able to sign Ivan Toney either, so I really don't know who we're going for. We put all our eggs in Osimhen and we're not able to get him. We're busy chasing the likes of Omoro Dion, who, I don't know, apart from us, who else was going out for him? Even Atletico doesn't seem to want him. He has hardly kicked the ball for Atletico, and we were actually going for such a player. And it's quite disappointing. Yeah, but I have a lot of hope for Magui. Hopefully the kid comes good. We give him a couple of chances. And yeah, while I like Nicholas Jackson very much, I still think he has a lot of improvement to do. He has a lot of room for improvement, and hopefully we see the best of Nicholas Jackson this season. So this could be a blessing in disguise, especially in our strike position. In the defense, I'm really not sure. We're going to concede a lot of goals. Let's just put it out there. This season, we're going to concede a lot of goals, but hopefully we outscore the opponents every time. And yeah, we get to win, matches. So a disappointing transfer window for me. We had some positives like João Felix, Pedro Neto, but the likes of Jadon Sancho, I think for me is a no-no. We didn't really need him. And but yeah, he's in the door, so on loan from Manchester United. So he's a Chelsea player, so we'll give him all the support and hopefully he does well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the preview of the match uh, on Sunday, and hopefully we come out, with a victory. That's all from me.